Hello everyone and welcome to the Geek Pride podcast episode 15. Hello.
Hi.
We're going to introduce ourselves going from left to right.
Oh, that would be me. Hi, I'm Brittany.
I'm Christina. Hi, again. Next.
And I'm Sean Wallace.
Harry's disappeared.
I see an
Yeah.
eye.
Harry, it's your turn to introduce yourself. Stop making faces and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name's Harry.
I'm Michael Orvis.
And I am Richie Yanukovych.
Hey, hello everyone. It feels like ages since we last did a podcast, but that's probably just because I've had a car crash and not really been able to do much for the last couple of weeks. I had a look earlier and I was saying, why is this episode 15? We've missed episode 13, and it took me at least 5 minutes to click that episode 13 was the one that we did for the calendar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unlucky 13. Right. We had a brief bit of conversation before we started. Most of it was Mike flirting with Richie, so I don't think there's a ton that we can bring over into the podcast.
Yes. I was just remarking on the fact that some of you, it's been sort of about what's it been, like 3 weeks, a month now?
It's 3
Since I
weeks
saw
since
you?
the 3
Yeah,
weeks since the calendar.
Since we had a lovely calendar meetup, and it was just incredible. And I haven't spoken to anyone really apart from online, and seeing your wonderful faces just brought it all back. And I found a ton of videos on my phone that I'd taken very, very drunk. And yeah, I may upload them soon.
What about the
before
one that you did for
Brittany?
Brittany?
We
Yeah.
uploaded the one for Brittany.
I must
I
have
did
missed
get to
it.
see that one.
Yeah. No, I did. I uploaded that on my sort of my page. I should have uploaded it maybe as Geek Pride. Oh, Richie's offended. So.
Yeah, Richie's going.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Too much sexual tension. Yeah, I'm just. There's an amazing video of Becca in the middle of, I believe it's a Spa or a Tesco, and she's literally just shouting at passers-by, going, "Geek Pride, get involved! You've got to get
Yes.
involved!
God, I remember that.
www.geek-pride.co.uk. Get involved! Get involved! You won't be disappointed." So it's like, okay, lovely.
I need that just as like my ringtone now. Then
Yeah.
I will send you. Shall I upload the video to Geek Pride? I'll find out how offensive it is. I don't think there's a lot of offence.
And
Upload
hopefully,
the video to Becca first.
Okay.
hopefully all those people that she was shouting at are now watching us as we speak.
Hopefully. Hello,
Right.
people
Hi.
from Spa in Manchester.
random passers-by.
Random passers-by. Right, so let's get started with the news then, and I'm going to use the fickle finger of fate to pick on Richie first.
Damn you. Okay, my news.
I'm googling
What
for
is my
something.
news? My news is that manticgames.co.uk, is that right? Let me just check. Can you see how unprepared I am, Sean? I was hoping that we'd do the traditional go from left to right, and then you picked on me first because it looked like I wasn't paying attention. Thank you, Sean. Anyway, Mantic Games. Right, Mantic Games are a wargaming / miniature company, and at the moment they've got a pretty good Kickstarter on the go because they're creating a board game based on the Mars Attacks graphic novel
Nice.
/ film. And I'm just trying to get the web address up now, but it's on a goon. I can't find it. What is the web address? If you go to manticgames.com, you'll find it on their website. It's a pretty cool concept. They've already gone way over their Kickstarter. It's their 5th Kickstarter in 12 months.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
check them out, Mantic Games. They're awesome. And they keep
Excellent,
every time they do a
excellent stuff.
Kickstarter, they raise loads and loads of money.
Excellent,
Go on.
so people who are listening should go and have a look. I assume though that the rule about playing country western music to kill all the Martians won't actually be in force.
What?
I think it might be. I hope
I'm
so,
insulted
anyway.
by that.
That would be really easy.
I'm highly insulted by that.
Was it country and western that killed him? It was that Indian Love Call that was the song that finished him off, wasn't it? And a bit of yodeling as well. Or was it by the same guy? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was the same guy. I think it was. I think it was country western. I'd have to check. I just got that image of the kind of really loud. Yeah. But then it goes into an actual song. It goes into an actual song after that initial call. Yeah.
All the
As
listeners'
beautiful
heads
as
are
that
spinning.
is.
People will stop watching the podcast.
Right?
You guys keep singing.
At the very least, it's killed off any viewers and listeners. So there's that.
So we like now.
And in other news,
That reminds me of a song by Graham Central Station. It's from like years ago called "Pow." It's literally the happiest song in the world. It's a funk song, but they like the whole premise of the song is that they're trying to tell you that they're not a funk band, but they really are. The lyrics are like, "Pow, I gotcha, I caught you with your drawers down," and it's like, "I thought you was gonna expect that I'd go a little bit country," and then they all start playing country music. It's the fucking best thing in the world. Graham Central Station, "Pow." Look it up. It's amazing.
that's on my list of things to do tonight. Then.
I will link it to you.
Yeah.
Put it on the writers page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
link it. Yeah, what Sean said.
Okay, Fickle Finger of Fate is going to pick Harry next.
Well, I'm sure that a few others of you might have got this on the list, but it was a big thing that happened this week. They've discovered some lost episodes of Doctor Who.
Yes.
Yay!
And I'm not talking this new age stuff. I'm talking the original Doctor Who. So I can't remember one of them was the Web of something or other. A lot of them seem to have Patrick Troughton in them, and they've been found by, I think one of them was one of the old editors. One of them was the old cameraman, and they've just sort of had them lying around at home. Because, as some people may or may not know, the BBC used to have this thing where they would wipe the old TV shows and things like that, which is why some shows that were around in yesteryear are now no longer in existence. And for a long time, they thought that these shows were non-existent anymore. But in this last week, they've all resurfaced, and I don't know whether they're going to put them online or possibly on iTunes or something like that, but I will most definitely be looking them up.
Lovely.
Wasn't it something weird like episodes 2, 4, 5, and 6 that were missing? Like they had copies of 1 and 3.
I thought it was the entire run of that Yeti storyline.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a Dalek episode as well.
Ooh.
I can't remember what it was called.
Pre-stairs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pre-stairs. Wow.
The Plan of the Daleks or something like that it's called. And yes, there was a Yeti one as well. And the Yetis, as we all know, were not actually Yetis. They were androids with
Obviously.
fur. Yeah.
Because they need it, because you'd get cold.
That's it. Even machines get cold.
Even machines need a hug.
They do. Bless them.
Hug my toaster this
If
morning.
anyone was, but I say, if anyone was going to unnecessarily hug a machine, it'd be Mike.
Listen, right? I had a story when I was also quite drunk, in a service station, and I put my hand under the tap, and it's one of those automatic taps, but it was the first time I'd seen it, and I thanked the tap. Because I got it into my head that if the robots ever like sort of rise up, they'll remember that I was nice to them. So,
And did it offer you a selection of aftershaves? And
would you like an aftershave?
expect you to
I'm
like
good,
give
buddy,
it
thanks.
a quid?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
give it 20p because I'm a Yorkshireman. So.
Well, you'll be the first to go when they rise up.
Well, I'll still have saved 75p.
So, that's fair enough.
Oh no, I think a quid has probably become the smallest acceptable tip now. I think 20p, like due to inflation, 20p is the equivalent of giving 2p when we were teenagers.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I'd say
And in
even as
Yorkshire-
a Yorkshireman, a quid.
Yep. That's still a lot. Like, in Yorkshire, people are still sort of saying tip. What is this tip you speak of? Surely the waiters' wages should be enough to keep them happy, and they want more. What is this?
You want more?
Go. But yeah, but
Okay. Peter out too much. Brittany, your news item, please.
I have lagged out a little bit there.
He said you,
I
news.
think I'm...
News, you
Me news.
You
Okay.
nude.
Well, it's
Nude?
mostly for... Nude? What? Me? What? Nude? No. Well, it's mostly... I don't know how your air dates go over there in comparison to ours, but everything is premiering this week for us over here in America. So, like, tonight we've got The Walking Dead, and last Sunday we had Once Upon a Time, and my newest favorite is Once Upon a Time in Wonderland premiered, which is a whole new show, a whole new series, which is a spinoff of the Once Upon a Time series. And that might not be as geeky as people want it to be, but I geek out over it. So that's my big thing, is all of our TV shows are premiering this week over here. So hopefully you guys will be getting the premieres too. I'm hoping that's how that works.
yeah, I'm sure people will be sort of like downloading them online at some point in the early hours of the morning.
I would like to officially state that is not our recommended way of watching television.
There's double the Britney.
Oh, we just got 2 Britneys. That's really strange. We have 2 Britneys now.
It's one
Brittany
broadcasting from the future.
Yes.
Is this like some sort of Looper thing? As future Brittany come run past Brittany, run.
I cloned myself.
No, it's future Brittany that wants to run.
Oh, I don't remember. I had a time machine, but I lost it next week.
Oh,
That was funny. Fuck you all.
Mike, I'm going to say file.
Oh no, we can't start filing jokes. We've only got 3.
where?
So, I'll be honest, I've never watched Once Upon a Time, but I could take a real stab in the dark at what it's about, based on the name alone.
Go for it.
Is
Let's
it
hear it.
about traveling sex ninjas?
Yes.
Yes. Totally.
10 points. 10 points.
Is it the sequel to Rosemary and Thyme?
Oh. That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
They're back. They're older. Just
I
a
don't know
really-
about all that.
Which one? I don't know which one died. Oh, sorry, that's a very sort of English thing. I think one of them died, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosemary all time.
That was Felicity Kendall, wasn't it?
Rosemary all time, yeah.
That was Felicity Kendall, wasn't it? Rosemary in Time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
She's my acceptable old crush. In
Oh,
a big
God,
way.
yeah.
Oh, in a big way.
I just, her teeth are just a bit funny. The top row of teeth, they look sort of like the top row of a dog's teeth.
What's wrong with dogs?
It's just like tiny teeth and big gums. Like, it just freaks me out a bit. But
I'm the opposite way. I'm exactly the opposite to that. I like huge teeth and no gums. So yeah, dogs.
God, oh, go out with a fucking horse.
Yeah, is your perfect woman a piranha?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Or Sarah Jessica Parker.
No, too much duck.
God.
So, getting back to Once Upon a Time then, is it just about fairy tale characters in the modern world or something like that?
A bit.
Yeah, pretty well. In a way, I mean, there's a curse, and so all these fairy tale people believe that they don't remember that they're from this fairy tale world until the curse is broken. But they live in a modern. Yes,
trapped
they're
in the
trapped.
modern day town called Storybrooke.
Yes.
God,
this-
really?
Yes.
Has it got the guy from the Full Monty in it?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Is
Yes,
it
it
written
does.
by a child?
It's better than I might be making it sound.
Storybrooke.
I actually
It's-
don't like that show. I tried.
You
to
don't
watch
like it,
No,
Christina?
I failed to watch it. I watched like 6 episodes, and then I was like, no.
It got better after that.
Did
It
it?
did.
It did.
It
It did.
is.
I felt like for the first few episodes that I couldn't hang and that I couldn't watch it, and then after about 3 or 4 episodes into it, I actually started to follow the storyline and actually really enjoy the show.
I think by like episode 9, that's when it starts getting
All
like.
I remember
really
is I
watchable.
wanted to punch
Yeah.
Snow White and Princess.
Yeah,
I don't know
right?
why. They're just ugh.
They get a little annoying after a while.
I have Tumblr, so I saw gifs of
Oh.
pirate. The pirate
Mm.
is hot,
Captain up.
Hmm.
so I might watch for the pirate. But yeah,
Oh,
I'm very
Tum-
shallow.
From
Clearly.
from what I've heard of Tumblr, it just seems to utterly rape and destroy anything that's good because
Always
Yeah.
come from
it just
Tumblr.
spoils everything for your gifs and blogs and stuff. I've got a friend who's massively addicted to Tumblr, and she's just like, I'll be like, oh, have you seen Breaking Bad, blah blah blah, and she'll be like, yeah, no, I know the end because I saw a gif, and it's like, why are you on it then? It's ruining your life.
I think
Yeah.
you've got to watch it as soon as it happens if you want to survive Tumblr.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, I don't use Tumblr, but Tumblr
Good
to
man.
me, it sounds like. Thank you. It sounds like one of
No,
those.
no, let's not be too harsh on Tumblr here. Tumblr is really,
You're only
it's
saying that 'cause we've
a
got
strange place.
it's
No,
more
I'm also
tamed
saying that 'cause I'm also saying that because my girlfriend's really into Tumblr.
And she's in the room with a gun.
No, no, she's not in the room with a gun. We're in Britain. We don't have
Right.
guns.
You have
No.
you guys don't have
She's-
guns
oh,
there?
You
What?
don't have
She's got one of
guns.
these.
With a long sword, yeah.
Wait. Go back to that. You guys don't have guns?
Some of us do.
You've
No.
Oh,
got
no.
to have. You've got to have a license. You've got to have an official, like gun storage area which can
safe.
Yeah, we
It's
these and
no. It's pretty
You have
much
to pass
just.
a psych test, don't you? I mean, you have to pass a psych test in Romania.
you have to pass a psych
Yeah.
test. You have to
Yeah.
pretty much just be a farmer.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's it.
Oh.
Only stereotypical farmers own guns. Get off my
my
land,
Pretty
or
My
I'll
much.
shoot you in
cousin's-
the head, my lover.
my cousin's husband has a rifle. So and he lives in the middle of Bradford, which I guess says one thing.
In this country,
But-
you need a license to have a BB gun. Let alone.
Yep.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I think it goes for most of Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
quite a
basically
lot of
we-
Europe's the same.
Essentially, we saw what you did and went, no,
No.
no, that's not for me, really. Also,
Well,
killing
it's
someone
a-
with a sword is a lot more classy. Like, I hate to sort of bring it up, but the Aurora shooting would have been a lot more interesting if the guy had brandished a broadsword out of nowhere.
Have at thee.
I don't like Batman. Shing. Okay, fucking hell.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was like, I
I'm
think there's a
not-
little
I'm
bit
not
more
getting
going
involved
on
in
there
this
than
one.
that, but
If
Well,
you even
yeah.
have to have a license to get a sword. Like
Yeah.
to have a proper sword, you need a license. So
No,
really,
it's to have a curved blade. You have to have a license before a certain
think-
time.
I thought it was a treated blade as well because you can't buy like samurai swords, things like that without a license.
It depends on the sword.
Yeah, I
wow.
thought-
You have to have a
Yeah,
license
so-
to have a small amount of gunpowder, like reenactment societies. You have to go through this whole fucking process. Because I was in a reenactment society for a while, and I wanted to be a musketeer, and there's
Got the
like
beard.
there's like a year of training. Yeah, I never understood why musketeers had
Porthos.
beards, because
Porthos.
don't call me the fat one. Come on.
No, I'm calling you the fun one.
The fun one.
Good save.
The jolly
Oh,
one.
I'm
yeah?
sorry. Which one would you rather be? The
Neither
useless
one.
Aramis.
one, the one with
Aramis.
no
It can
charisma,
be
or the guy that no one remembers?
I'd rather be Donatello or Michelangelo, I think.
They're
I think
not
you're more
really
Michelangelo.
musketeers.
I'd rather be Albert, the Fifth Musketeer, with my spag ball gun.
Yeah,
That would be
yeah. Albert. That was a good TV show. Anyway,
was.
where were we? News? News.
Yeah.
Yeah, news.
So So Once Upon a Time starts. Doesn't Walking Dead start this weekend as well?
Yeah.
Today.
Walking Dead starts tonight. Yeah.
Yep. And
Mhm.
Comic Book Men as well, if you're into that sort of
Is
thing.
it really?
If you like Kevin. Yeah, it starts tonight. So I
See
don't
you
know
later.
if I don't know if it will ever show in England, but it will be shown at
I think it's
about.
gonna be. Yeah, I think it's gonna get shown on Sci-Fi Channel.
I streamed it. Found it somewhere.
You found it. You found a full box set DVD.
Yeah, and bought it, and then I bought a Region 2 DVD player just so I
Region
could watch
1.
it, because that's Region 1 DVD player, because that's how you should watch it, kids. Never stream or download.
Yeah, never be a pirate.
Right. Yeah, we
Never.
don't pirate here.
Ever, ever.
No one thinks pirates are cool.
That's the thing. Pirates
Apart from
have
Ubisoft.
mind-blowing.
I think they must have, Ubisoft, coming up with the new Assassin's Creed, they must have literally flipped a coin, pirates or ninjas, who wins? And it's pirates, okay, fair enough.
I've been
I
waiting
can
a
totally
long
see that going
time
down.
for a pirate game.
Pirate games have been quite poor.
Yeah, I've not played a good pirate game since Pirates of the Caribbean, which technically wasn't Pirates of the Caribbean. It was a game called Sea Dogs, but then they put the Black Pearl in it and called it Pirates of the Caribbean. That was a really good game. And there's not been one as good since then, so keeping my fingers crossed that it will be good.
Okay, Christina, your news,
Wow.
please.
My news, right? Because I got the press release. In November of this year, Improper Books will launch 2 new comic books, Butterfly Gate and Knight and Dragon. And I'm not sure because I got them, but I haven't read them yet. I think they're both silent comic books. And yeah.
Oh.
And I really like Improper Books. So yeah, they had Porcelain, a gothic fairy tale. So read that if you haven't, because it's really, really good. So yeah, that's my
It's
news.
beautiful cover, the Porcelain Gothic fairy tale. It's
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful, the cover.
it is. And Butterfly Gate also has this really, really cool cover. Knight and Dragon is more fun oriented, so it's more, you know, laughing and whatever. But I think Butterfly Gate is going to be better, or I will like it better, not necessarily will be better. So yeah, that's my news. Oh, and American Horror Story started this week, and it's as weird as ever. So
Is that the new one? Is that Coven? That's season
Yes.
3? Yeah.
yes, I think it's weirder than the other two actually.
Yeah.
But it's episode 1, so that one's always weird and twisted and blood and stuff. So yeah,
That's another series that has just passed me by. Again, it's quite an obvious series based on the title.
yeah.
You don't have to work that one out too much.
Oh no, there's loads going on in there. It's really worth checking out. It's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
You
what I
never
thought
know
with
what
Duck
you'll
Dynasty,
get.
but then
I
I got all geared up to watch some ducks, and then I just saw most of my family, and it was terrifying.
You've got the beard. You'd fit right in on that show, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
Is there a big Orvis clan kind of representation in the Duck Dynasty program?
They literally just all have massive beards and shoot. I think they shoot ducks. I don't know what it's about. I've seen an advert.
They make duck calls.
Isn't it one of about 9 different towing shows that are happening right now in America?
Oh God! Don't even get me started.
Lizard
There's
Lick
so
towing.
much crap
Yeah,
TV
Lizard
right
Lick.
now.
That's all
Lizard
I-
Lick isn't what you'd think.
Operation Repo.
Yeah, it's, Brittany, we don't mean to kind
You've
of
got
put
the
you on the
weirdest
spot,
shows.
but what is it?
Yeah.
Why do you love towing so much?
I don't know what's going on there. Like,
Why?
I am so disappointed in American TV right now. What they are doing, I have no idea. I mean, we've got what I don't understand because I've only watched maybe 1 episode of that, and it's like I think I watched Repo Men or something where these people, where everybody gets all mad at them for repoing their cars.
Yeah, when it's like,
It's amazing.
you knew this was going to happen. If you know it's going to get repossessed, then don't kick off about it when they come to repossess it.
Or hide it.
Or hide
Like,
it.
it's
yeah.
always parked out on the street.
Right,
and they
parked
always
in
just
another
go and get
block.
it, and then they're like, Oh, there it is.
Call me an aging cynic, but isn't it all just set up anyway? It's just made
Yeah.
for
Of course,
TV
yeah.
craziness.
Probably, yeah.
As a professionally
Boring.
trained actor, you can tell that like a lot of what they're doing or saying has been suggested to them by the director producer. Yeah, man, just like totally like shout in his face and like grab this pole and just stick it up his ass, man. It'd be great. It'd be great. So, but I'm actually quite complacent in my everyday life. No, let's go, man, go.
That and I'm loving Storage Wars. In a
Oh
big
God,
way.
that thing. Yeah, the all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why can't he just talk properly?
I don't know.
Like,
I think he's got some sort of problem where he has to be the center of attention. So he's like, I'm talking. You want a bid? That's fine. But I'm going to keep talking. I was touched as a child. Please help me.
Go. Yeah, it's kind of like, I wonder if he, like Christian Bale doing the Batman voice, I wonder if he sort of did it on the first day and people were too embarrassed to like say anything and they thought, is he meant to be doing that or should we? And then by day 2 it's already like, well, it must be alright, I'll just keep on doing it, and then everyone's like, well, we better just leave him to do it now. Like, but yeah, even when the adverts for it come on, I change over. The same as like when Hollyoaks comes on telly, I just change the channel. It's
Is that
just,
Yeah. Hollyoaks leads to a very good conversation, which is British TV is worse than American
Oh
TV.
yeah,
I
massive.
There was-
saw a season of that when I was 15
Don't.
or 14. I haven't seen anything since.
That's awful.
anything. I've lost
Basically-
my faith in television since that.
But
The same thing.
It's just orange people getting upset with each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what happens every episode.
Yeah.
I know
But-
that show exists, and there's another one that's really, really long, or is that the same one? Something with the street?
Coronation
Street.
Street.
Coronation Street.
I know that because it was somewhere around Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Streaming
like
it.
Hollyoaks is kind of in this utopian place in Chester, and Coronation
You call
Street
that place
is
a
in
utopia?
Well, that's what
Say-
they think.
It's from Yorkshire.
No, I say with disdain is what I say. I say
There's no
with-
cracks in the street. This place is magical.
I only said that because I'm from Lancashire. Sorry, H.
I've only been here 5 minutes. I've seen no rats.
No,
One day.
Oh, right.
there's not a
I-
there's not a
I used
single
to
lump of
live
dog
on-
shit on this street. It's absolute luxury. This luxury.
when I was in Bradford,
I will.
when I was in Bradford at Bradford University, the street I lived on, at night, rats would go mental, and you could see them crossing the road to get from one bin to another and things like that. They just didn't give a fuck about humans. It was incredible. So, yeah, there is quite a lot of rats in the north.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's.
They all wear suits down south.
Yeah.
That's yeah. They're used to a sort of higher class of food down there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
the
not
thing
eating
is,
this. It has no goat's cheese in it. Cecil,
See-
let's go to Waitrose instead.
yes, we'll hang around that drain. Surely someone will drop some goulash down there.
I could really murder some couscous.
Hashtag London rats.
So, see, where I'm from in Hull, there are no rats. Like, as you're coming into Hull, you see the
They've all
rats.
been eaten.
That's it. They run away.
By the
It's like-
homeless.
It's like the scene. It's like the scene out of 28 Days Later. The rats are just going any other direction to get out of the place. Hull's kind of like the elephant graveyard of Yorkshire. Yeah.
Yeah, Hull's not a brilliant place at all. My mum was from Hull.
Really?
She left as soon as she could.
I feel like we should
It's-
Google this and find out what's wrong with that place.
What,
It's
Hull?
Right? You gotta
Are
Google
you
it.
going to Google what's wrong with Hull? Because
Get ready for a long night.
It sounds like a weird, like, Carry On era film. What's wrong with Hull?
Big James.
No, I mean, pretty much, I related a lot to the BBC comedy League of Gentlemen, just because that is kind of what Hull is. It's just this place of horror where
Jesus.
all these frightening people live. And the fact that one of the guys from League of Gentlemen was from Hull. In fact, I
Yeah.
know his brother, so, like, you know, it's, yeah, I can tell where he drew his inspiration from.
Brittany,
Yes.
I don't want to alarm you. Stay very quiet, but there's a Jock in your house.
I know. That's scary.
He's
I
wearing
know.
a
He keeps
football
wondering.
sweater.
Hey,
Yeah, we call them jerseys.
I
know.
own football jerseys. Don't. It's not that bad.
I actually was about to tell him to go get my jersey, but now I'm like, just the game's gonna start in about an hour, so I was like, I need my jersey. But yeah, I know. There's a Jock in my house, and it is a little scary. It scares us geeks when there's these Jocks wandering
Yeah,
around.
he's gonna steal your lunch money.
I know he might. Now she's probably gonna ask me what I want for breakfast.
He might have just stolen her house.
He does. He kind of yeah.
He's gonna
It's
make
one of
you
those
do all
weird-
his homework.
He tries, and then I take one look at it, and I go, nope. It's all a bunch of math. You're on your own. I don't do math.
The answer's 7. It's inevitably 7.
Yeah, all 42.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
42. Which is
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
is
God.
7 times 9. No, 6 times 8.
Are we now just doing
Who
random
else is doing?
sums?
Yeah, who else is on news? Harry's done news. Christina's done news. Sean, do some
It's-
news.
Sean
Sean.
left.
Yeah, Sean.
I'll do some news. So my news is that Pokemon X and Y have come out
No, stop
Yay.
it.
in the UK.
Stop it. Stop it. No.
Why?
No.
Are we
Yeah,
vetoing
no.
Pokemon?
Mega Evolution.
Yes.
No.
Right.
Yeah, Mega
Just no.
Evolutions.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
No.
just no.
And also, Fairy type. Beats
Yeah.
Dragon. Sorry, what?
I'm sorry, Dark. Dark was such a brilliant innovation. Oh, I'll have Dark type because it's all emo show. Look at this shit. This Pokemon, it's Dark. This is a dark but inevitably adorable Pokemon. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. Is Fairy the point at which you gave up on the
Yes.
franchise?
Well, no, Ruby was the point in which I gave up on the franchise.
Really? Oh,
See,
wow.
man, I just... Nah.
My new flatmate is very much into Pokemon, and I've been watching a few videos about sort of Pokemon and how people think that apparently it's trying to brainwash kids into thinking about evolution. But the thing I was most shocked about was the fact that there is a Pokemon that's ice cream.
Yeah.
Like effectively, you're fighting me with food. Like.
There's
I-
a Pokemon that is polygon.
Beanbag?
There's a beanbag. There's
beanbag.
the teddy bear. There's the electric giraffe, which is actually a really cool Pokemon.
That sounds
Girafarig.
awesome.
Girafarig is a palindrome.
Yes, it is.
There was
Blew my mind.
there's one that's also a candle that evolves into a chandelier. Like, at what point does nature produce something like that? I mean, that's not even evolution. That's
Have you never
something
seen the
else.
candle trees, Harry?
I've never seen a candle tree before.
Can I just say, as somebody who knows absolutely nothing about Pokemon, apart
Right, I'm
from
with
something
Richie on
called
that.
Pokemon exists, I do not know what it's all about at all. I know who Pikachu is, because
And
I do.
the one
Okay.
that puts everyone to sleep. That's my favorite Pokemon.
What?
Jigglypuff.
Oh, Drowsy or Jigglypuff.
I love
Um,
Jigglypuff.
what was
Um,
the...
So let's do a brief bit for the noobs. Anyone who doesn't know about it,
Who doesn't know what
Pokemon is.
Pokemon is?
What?
Richie just said.
Okay.
So,
Um,
sorry, your man crush doesn't know what Pokemon is. I don't mean to break
Whoa,
your
whoa, whoa!
heart,
I'm not a
but-
man crush. Right? We're just compatible on many levels. There's a difference. It's a bromance, not a man crush.
yeah.
Right?
Although there is a new slot for Man Crush since I had a falling out with Henry Cavill, so I mean, you know, it's great. You don't play
If
World of
anyone would like
Warcraft,
to
do you?
be,
Yeah, if you look like Henry Cavill, and you look that good in a jumper, and you don't play World of Warcraft, sign up.
get in contact with Geek Pride.
Get in contact with Geek Pride. Geek-pride.co.uk.
geek-pride.co.uk.
right.
Get involved.
Yeah, so Pokemon, for those who don't know it, is a ridiculously large franchise built around a turn-based monster collection game in which monsters that you fight, which are inevitably strange wild animals or animals, level up, evolve, learn new things, and you kind of proceed through in an RPG fashion to become the very best, like.
Ever was.
Yep. And
Yeah.
To catch them
Gotta
is your
catch 'em
real
all.
test.
to train
To
them
train
is your
them.
cause.
Is your course,
And
yes.
you'll travel far and wide across the land, and you'll be searching a lot because each Pokemon you've got to understand the power
The power that's inside. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
The mega evolution power that's inside.
Stop it.
I think
Yeah,
Jack
what-
is giving up on us.
Yeah, what is?
I'm just
okay.
taking it all in.
Hang on, right.
Oh,
Pokemon
man.
Blue and Yellow, awesome games, just completely blew my mind when I was like 10, right? Played, and no game has blown my mind more than Gold and Silver when you finish the game and then it goes, by the way, there's Kanto, and you're like, what the fuck? There's like an entire another. I've only played half the game.
Yeah.
I've only played half the game. And,
I did love that moment.
And then you meet Red, and he's got like that level 86 Pikachu. And I was actually talking about this the other day. But yeah, it's just all these. It just seems like they're putting on too many bells and whistles. And what was a very good game, why have they not just made a 3D Pokemon with 252 Pokemon in it that's massive multiplayer online? Why have Nintendo not done that yet? It's ridiculous. It's such a smart move.
They should look at that.
That would earn them ridiculous amounts of money and probably recoup the costs of the Wii U, Nintendo.
Hey, the Wii U is still kind of earning its money. It's ridiculous,
Sort of.
but it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to earn more money than the PS4.
Console. It's a fun console, but it just makes me feel a little bit nauseous because you've got to hold the. Like I was playing the Wind Waker HD remake yesterday, and to fire my arrows, I had to be like. It's like that. It's weird. I'd rather
It does seem quite gimmicky. I will say that.
That's like half of the Wii games were. They were just like, use the Wiimote. Why? Because it's there. Why? You could just make a great game that has little touchpad facilities. That's great because the way the Wind Waker uses it mostly is because you've got your pause menu there in front of you. So you're playing the game and you go, I need that item, and instead of going. You just go down and finished. Right, okay, carry on. See what I was doing, and that's really clever. But it's just all the motion controls and stuff. And also, a friend is the noob Nick Hanchett, who's just joined us, has reliably informed me that it is actually backwards compatible. But what you have to do is use the Wii remote as the screen, so you can play Wii games on it. But the sensor bar is in the controller, not on your TV.
Oh.
Don't know.
Oh, no.
Sounds ridiculous. Yeah. But
Maybe I won't buy one.
See, I think I will.
I'd say wait. I'd say wait. I'd honestly wait for 2 years.
Well, that's how I usually do it with the consoles.
Yeah, the price is going to come down, and then all the bugs are going to be gone out of it, and people will start making truly great games for it. There'll be a proper Zelda title as opposed to look what we did again. It's shiny. Which is great and all, but for a new console, you want new games. Why is that? Why is that such a strange concept for games companies currently?
Yeah, and the other thing as
franchises
well.
make all the money, don't they? That's the whole thing. Do you know what I mean? When they know, and it's ultimately it's a business decision. They're in the business of making money, not the business of pleasing the fans.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Which is a shame.
But the thing is, make a new Zelda game.
Yeah.
You knew when the
It's
console
time.
was coming out. The last thing they did was Skyward Sword, which was a fucking brilliant game, but just make a new one. It's not hard.
It is I think as well because they've got
Well,
the
it is
new
hard.
sort of hit.
It's hard.
Oh yeah, just whack one out. I want one tomorrow. Come on, Nintendo.
Go nuts, mate.
See,
Come on.
I think because
Order some pizzas, and then we'll make a new
Just
Zelda.
whack one out.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy.
Just
Well, apparently they
plop it
did,
on
and
the
it's
table.
called A Link Between Worlds. Have you heard the latest about A Link Between Worlds? Have you heard
No.
what they're calling the Dark World?
No.
Prepare yourselves to rip
The
out
Dark
your
World.
ears. No, Low Rule.
What?
Oh, because it's the opposite of Hyrule. That's genius.
Very clever. Clever. God. I bet the creative team spent weeks on that one.
If even hang on, Elure sounds better, and that's Hyrule backwards.
Eluche.
Elure.
Sounds
Yeah.
very
That sounds really cool.
Harry.
Swedish.
Just in the same way that Alucard sounds great, and that's Dracula backwards.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. It just seems like a.
I always prefer Dr. Acula.
Dr. Acula, yeah.
Oh god.
Somebody's been watching too much Scrubs.
Right.
I miss Scrubs.
Did you
I do
did you
too.
do news, Mr. Sean?
That was my news
Yeah,
was
Pokemon.
Pokemon that you absolutely.
Oh,
So
okay.
people, if you are a fan of the games, it seems like they've done an interesting thing. It's set in fictional France, in the Pokemon world, and you can go to. It's really apparently massively stereotypical of the French, but incredibly good as a game. It seems like it's been getting some very good reviews. So if you like Pokemon and the existence of a fairy type doesn't put you off as it does Mike, then please consider the game.
It just pisses me off because Ruby and Sapphire was where I drew the line because I looked at it and just thought, did you need more or could you have just refined the original games? Because what you could have done is then released a game where you could have had all the legendaries and all the Pokemon. Why is there not a game that has all the Pokemon in it? I don't understand. Like, surely, before making a million new ones, why don't you consolidate those into low monthly repayments of Pokemon? That you could just have in one game. I don't.
Because they're probably gonna do HD remakes of all the old ones on the 3DS. That'd be my guess.
Possibly.
That's what Nintendo do now. They mostly make HD remakes of old games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're
So-
only 5 years behind Xbox 360 and PS3. So.
Okay, finally then, Mike, what's your news for the day?
My news. I was linked to this today on my Facebook page. At a Comic-Con, I don't know which one. I'm assuming it's New York because it's quite recent news, and I know New York Comic-Con was on this week, I believe. Troy Baker, who's the new voice for the Joker, basically kicked everyone's ass in terms of voice acting because obviously everyone's giving him shit because they're like, you're no Hamill, rah. Well, is it? It's Rocks. It's not Rocksteady, is it? But it's Montreal. It's the Montreal office of Warner Brothers, Montreal office of Warner Brothers, that working on Arkham Origins, right? Yeah. Well, they to get him to do the role, they sent him loads of monologues of Joker, from various things, and he read out the monologue from The Killing Joke about how if you're having a bad day, you should just give yourself into madness.
Yeah.
And it's utterly fantastic. It gave me goosebumps, and he's captured the Joker so well. You did for once. You know, in Comic-Con, someone goes Batman, and everyone goes. Well, silence. It's just him. It's a packed room of nerds, but this guy does the Joker, and the entire room shuts up.
Wow.
And it's chilling, and I haven't been that excited since I heard since I saw that TV screen in City where he's like, "You left me to die," and that gave me goosebumps. I'm like, "Oh fuck!" He's made the Joker scary.
And is that online to watch?
Yeah, online to watch. He's called Troy Baker.
Mike, why don't you put it on the Geek Pride Facebook page?
Yeah. That'll be our next status update. Probably check tomorrow morning, and that'll be up there.
So just to clarify, the speech that he does is the one where he's in the Hall of Mirrors and he's talking over the speaker.
He's talking to Gordon.
Yeah, saying that he's driven him mad, and I. It's only because I've got an audition next week, and I want to use that speech as one of my audition speeches.
Definitely do it. It's very current.
It is good. So I'll look it up and see if I can pick up any tips from him. Thanks for that.
And thing is, he's not doing Hamill. He's doing the Joker, and that's what I'm finding. You know, he's kind of captured it and taken it for himself, and it's a very brave move. And it's the same as I've forgotten his name. It's I've forgotten his name, but the guy who's doing Batman, he's not doing Conroy, he's doing his Batman. And it's very brave, and, you know, there's going to be a backlash, but I think when the game comes out, everything will be alright.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Everything will be alright.
Because they are just crushing it.
Voice-wise, anyway.
Yeah, voice-wise. I mean, I obviously haven't played the game. I will be reviewing the hell out of it on Geek Pride.
Have you dibsed it?
Yes, I dibsed it when I first joined.
Cool. I may hop on your back as a little dibber because I'm
Well.
getting it for my I'm getting
Take
it
me
for my
out
birthday.
first.
Back off,
You
pretty
won't
boy.
get
He's
a
mine.
yeah. Exactly.
Take
We've got a bit of a three-way going on the right-hand side of the guests right now.
Hang on, I'll just.
Jerry, Jerry,
Which way are you?
Jerry,
Go Can you Google high five, Mike?
An
Hang on.
excellent
I won't
visual
feel that
joke.
way. That really. And go. Oh, sorry. I'm all right. Hang on. Let's just touch each other. Later,
Very
Richard.
ET.
Jesus.
Okay.
So yeah, that was my geek news.
Excellent. Okay, so let's move on to show and tell. I'm going to use the fickle finger of fate to pick Christina.
Fickle finger fate.
Christina, what's your show and tell for
My
today?
show and tell today is, as usually, books, because I got new books this week. There's going to be a movie coming out in spring of 2014, Divergent, which is based on this bestseller, and I got it.
It's
Wait.
Veronica Roth, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I got the sequel as well. Wait. I'm not good with show and tell, clearly.
Ooh.
Ooh.
They have really cool covers. And I also got this one. I haven't read it, but I've heard about the movie, the series, Flash Forward.
Okay.
So I can't wait to read this one. But anyway, back to Divergent. It's really good. I actually like it. I actually asked this question on Twitter. How old is too old for novels that are labeled young adult? And basically I concluded it doesn't matter if you like them and they're good. So
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Groucho Marx says you're only as old as the woman you feel. So
then I'm about 12. So,
Dead.
they're really good.
Dead
You
is
should
too
read them.
old. That's the point at which you're too old to read
Yeah,
the
yeah.
novel.
And I actually want to
I
see
think I
the
agree with you.
movie as well. I'm not sure though about the casting as usual, because the guy that they cast is a really really good actor, but he's 28 and he's supposed to be 18. But supposedly they'll age him in the movie, so he'll be 24. It'll be a bit creepy because the other character has to be 16 or something. I'm like, romance, too big of an age gap.
It's very 90210. Get your 28-year-old to play an 18-year-old.
yeah, I don't like that.
Supposedly he'll be 24 though, so we'll see
Well-
next year. I'm dibsing
We'll
it,
see.
so do not touch Divergent.
It does make sense to age characters sometimes, like they did in Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
making Queen of Dragons older, for example.
Yeah,
It was a
'cause if
bit
she
of a
would've been
good idea.
12, if she would've
Yeah,
been
she's
12,
like 13, 14 at the beginning,
yeah,
and
Mhm.
yeah, you
That
can't
was-
show sex scenes with a 13-year-old. You just can't.
You can't really do that now.
No. There's a disturbing amount of experience in that statement, Harry.
I'm an actor,
Right.
darling. I've seen things.
I miss Game of
Terrible
Thrones.
things.
Sean.
Sorry, Christina?
I said I miss Game of Thrones, and now you just rubbed the knife, no, the
I
salt
know.
in the gaping
I
wound.
miss it as well, but when it comes out, I will be reprising my reviews, which I'm almost looking forward to reviewing it as much as I'm looking forward to the actual episodes. So, shame. But that will be coming back March, late
April?
March next year. It'll be late March, early
Back in
April.
March. Everything comes back or out in March. All the books I want to read, all the movies I
Yeah.
want to see, and my
Yeah.
birthday. So keep that in mind. My birthday is in March. I expect presents. So
Yeah, where's my presents? My birthday was, what, 2-3 weeks ago?
you should've-
I never got a little Ralph plushie. I didn't get anything.
you should've told
I'm
Aw.
expecting a present on Tuesday 'cause it's my birthday this Tuesday.
Ooh.
I'll
We're all
send you
getting
a bottle
old.
of some
Yes.
Romanian alcohol.
Alcohol, yes.
Yeah, it's very good.
Excellent.
So they say.
Okay. Show and tell fickle finger of fate is going to Richard.
My show and tell this week is delayed by the fact that I don't know if you can see this.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
You know that kind of moment. For the Americans that don't know, this is what the British Post Office leave you when
They
you
can't be bothered.
when you weren't in, when they came around to bring you some awesome stuff. So my
You
awesome
definitely
stuff.
were in though. You never go out. So
He went out with you.
That's not always true. I'm not always attached to a computer.
no, I'm not saying computer, but you know, you have a tiny human that's your pet, and you have to look after.
Yeah, and occasionally you have to roll tiny humans, in sand or grass or
This is
gravel.
true. Yeah, yeah.
So
like sanding them down.
yeah, basically,
Keep them small.
introducing them to other small humans, that helps.
Oh, why?
I
Plus,
know.
they learn how to.
Then we get herds of small humans in our houses, and it's
Yeah.
just, oh god.
I mean, I'm Brit. You know what it's like trying to shepherd small humans. It takes a lot of effort. So sometimes
it's
just
hard.
rather do it either outdoors or at somebody else's house.
Yeah, I prefer at somebody else's house, so I don't have to clean up.
Yeah, and then at somebody else's house, you can drink, you can leave the house and let them, let somebody else care for your small human, or
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah,
So
that's
anyway,
the best part.
stop, Michael, shush. This means that my awesome stuff is not at my house. It's currently in a post office depot, waiting to go get it tomorrow. Lame.
Oh.
So I'm going to save it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to save it for the next time I'm here. So I can go, this is my awesome stuff.
You're such a man of mystery, Richie. It's
I
always
know.
secret projects and
Yes.
you're one of the Masons, aren't you?
At first I thought you said Manson. No, I'm not a Manson. No.
I don't think you're allowed to answer, are you a Mason, are you? Because
I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah.
And then you got to do a series of weird hand.
Still don't know what you're talking about.
Like that.
There's no such thing as a Mason.
Aw.
So Harry
man.
just did that thing. I only found out the other day that apparently that's a Jewish sign of prayer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
it
that,
is?
And that Spock brought that to the role because because Leonard Nimoy is a Jew, and they said, "Oh, just do some weird hand thing," and he was like, "Live long and prosper," which apparently is a derivative of a Jewish prayer,
Well
which is
then.
nice. So he's actually just being like, "Be cool, everyone." That's nice.
Good man. Good
Yeah.
man.
I actually have people who can do this. They're like,
Yeah. I know people can't, yeah.
I think that's a sign of how much of a geek you are. If you can't do that, you're not allowed in the club.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Mike, you gotta get your thumb out. You're not
That's
getting your
great.
thumb out. The thumb goes out.
All
There's a
right,
thumb involved there.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I
Yeah,
just,
you're
I'm gonna
doing
teach
like
you
the
proper.
West Side. You're doing West Side Spock or something. Like that.
Yeah.
That shit would get
Wait,
you
if I can
killed
actually
in
get my
Vulcan, yo.
Yeah, man, live long and
That's
prosper.
like-
You get me?
yeah, in it. See, I just like the idea that Jesus was a Vulcan. That's great.
Jesus was a Vulcan.
Set your faces to dubstep.
No.
Oh, could you imagine that though, little dubstep fan? Just like,
Oh my god.
quick, it's the aliens. This alien's just going, running away.
Oh my god.
Okay then. Right, Harry, what's your show and tell for today?
My show and tell, and I've just finished watching it tonight, is the latest edition of One Piece. One Piece.
Yay!
Yeah, I got this delivered to me this week, and I like to watch it when I'm exercising and when I'm chilling in the evening.
Is that both at the same time?
Sometimes, if I've got to go out, but yeah, it's season 4, voyage 5. Most of it takes place on a train, and the thing
We
is,
like
'cause I've-
trains, don't we, Mike?
See, because I've played a lot of the games and watched a lot of the clips on like YouTube and stuff, I sort of know where it's going, but I don't know how exactly precisely it's going to get there. So it's still a surprise to me as I watch it, and it's still really cool. And going back to what we were saying earlier about, don't download stuff offline. people say, oh, why don't you just watch it on the internet? But I don't know what it is about, like sort of ordering one and having it and then putting it on the pile with the others and seeing them all there. I don't know, I'm still a believer in DVDs. And I also like the idea that if I'm paying for something, that it actually physically exists. I don't like all this stuff where you're buying things that don't actually exist. It's weird, but it's very good. I would certainly recommend it to any lovers of anime. Although you probably want to, if you've not seen it, obviously start at the beginning, because you don't want to be dropping in halfway through, because you might be just like, what the hell is this? What's going on here? This guy is a cyborg.
Yeah, I've got to disagree with you on physical objects, though, because as someone who has moved 4 times in the last 4 years, I am sick of all the physical objects I own. If I could, I would get rid of almost all of them and have electronic versions, particularly my books. I love books, I love my books so much, but I am sick of lifting my books. They can fuck off.
There's not,
You need one of these.
I don't like,
Yes,
See, I
have a Kindle.
I don't like
I have
e-readers.
but I still like books better.
I like the...
There's nothing quite like opening a new book and then giving it a little sniff.
The new book smell.
New book smell.
Old book smell.
Or old book smell.
Old book smell.
Old comic smell.
Books that are just about 6 months old, that's a great smell too. Just the smell of paper. Ooh, paper.
Yeah, but there comes to a
Kindles,
point...
they don't smell nice.
No,
What?
They do.
What
They
don't?
do smell okay.
if you have a leather...
They don't smell nice. They don't smell like books.
Kindles smell of whatever you spilled on them.
Yeah, mine smells like lavender oil right now.
See?
It smells like
that's quite
lavender.
nice.
It is.
Yeah.
It's quite relaxing.
Not as good as an old book, though.
But you've never said, I love that old Kindle smell.
Well, to be fair to my Kindle and to books in general, Sean, to be fair, I do have hard copies of my favorite books, and I have my first editions, all the stuff that's worth something, I do have hard copies of. But everything else, these weird little books I'm reading that cost $3 on Amazon, they're on my Kindle.
Although, you do have a point, because I lend books out to people.
And never get them back.
Never fucking seen them again. I've lent out my copy of the Necronomicon, which is a collection of the H.P. Lovecraft stories. It's this thick, this massive
I know
black,
exactly what you mean.
leather-bound
I've got that.
40, 50 quid.
Fucking gone. I don't know. I don't know where it is. And if you're listening to the podcast,
I am listening.
Whoever has
I don't know
this.
who you are, but if you've got my Necronomicon, I will find you. Because I don't know.
And I will kill you.
Yeah.
I have a certain set
If I
of skills,
develop books, I
which
have,
I've
like,
gained
this
over a lifetime.
thing where I-
Mainly in beard growing and metal.
Yes. I'll decapitate.
Taken. Book edition.
Taken book.
Taken, comma, or brackets. Give it back.
I was thinking, since swords are illegal, you'd be like decapitating them with a plastic knife.
No, I'll be decapitating them with my fists because I'm
With a
that metal.
spork.
With your hands, not with your fists.
No, with my fists. That's how metal I am.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Mike, you're
Iron
so
Man.
metal.
Come on, it's British metal. It's just as good. It's just as good as American metal.
Whoa. British metal's better than American metal. Who the fuck? Let's not get into this conversation.
I don't even listen to metal, so you guys are good.
Well, then you're wrong, Brittany.
So,
See,
to mostly
wrong.
counteract my previous point, my show and tell is my rare limited edition of H.P. Lovecraft's Dunwich Horror.
Not cool. Son of a bitch.
It's
You're going to feel
absolutely...
really bad about that when you find out what my show and tell is.
No, I'm not,
You are?
because I got here first.
No, but you are. You're going to feel really bad about that.
It's sealed and it's absolutely beautiful. I got it as a birthday present and I am so happy with it. I have 2 old Lovecraft books. They're kind of now collecting them whenever I find one. And Alex has bought a very old version of Out of the Silent Planet,
Nice.
which is the science fiction book that C.S. Lewis, first book in the science fiction series that C.S. Lewis did. I shall just briefly show you the other rare old Lovecraft book.
Prick.
Not quite as old.
Keep it still. Show us. Say something,
Really
Sean.
awesome old.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's a really awesome old cover.
You're an asshole.
And they've got these strange. Doesn't actually match the Lurking Fear. At least the Dunwich Horror matches the story. The Lurking Fear doesn't actually match this at all.
Well,
But there you go.
Great.
And that's my show and tell.
That's really good. Great.
So Michael, what would your show and tell
Well,
be?
I don't feel like I should do my show and tell anymore because right, you're going to understand now, right? And you are going to feel really, really shitty as my friend because I've got 2 show and tells, but they're not. They're sort of hypothetical show and tells because I can't actually hold them, but you can see them, and I'm going to tell you about them. But it's going to involve a little bit of your interaction, listeners. I've been delving the Geek Pride sort of archives, and I wish there were actual archives like a Catacomb and stuff, just full of
There are.
full of
There
like
are,
Greedo.
Mike, you're not high enough level to know about them yet.
Level 6.
We're not there yet.
I
You need
just
to earn a prestige class first.
that moment in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was phenomenal, where he comes out, welcome to level 7. Sorry, I just really wanted to step out that corner. Love it. Hey,
I actually haven't
what's his
been
name,
watching
Greg?
that.
You should.
I need to
It's
watch that.
really, really good.
I've
It's
been
not,
hearing
Mike.
the exact opposite. Yeah,
It's
everyone
not good.
Yeah.
Everyone on Twitter keeps yawning.
Well, Twitter can fuck off.
I wanted
So
it
can
to
Tumblr,
I'm a
apparently.
Spider fan. I wanted it to be really good, but it's just a little bit lame.
Yeah, but that's most of
It
the
is.
stuff. It's like, you know, it's.
Exactly.
It's-
Critically acclaimed, cancelled after 1 season.
I'm okay with that.
Or-
Anyway, shut up, all of you, shut up. So I've been delving the archives, and I'd like to show you 2 things. First of all is my loot box. That's right, I haven't got one. I'd like one. Loot box looks amazing from what I can tell. Basically, it's like a Geek subscription service. I'm selling your shit, whoever you are, loot box guys. So give me a loot box. I'm an editor. Yeah, we're friends with them in a kind of quid pro quo kind of way. What it is a Geek subscription service where you subscribe, you pay them a little bit of money, and you get a mystery box once a month. And it's just full of goodies like toys and games and comics. I think from what I can read. So all of you should log in to the loot box site via Geek Pride. I think you can get to it on Geek Pride. There's currently Katie, one of our own, is currently doing a competition with Lootbox. So if you go and like her page and like Lootbox's page, you can have a chance to win a loot box. And also give me a loot box. See, I don't know his name. I don't know who he is. Or if any of it's a he. Sorry, I'm being incredibly presumptuous. If you're a female, I
I
apologise.
think you've assumed because it's called a Luke box. Like Luke's the boy's name.
Yeah.
No, I
So
said
maybe
Luke,
that's.
not Luke.
Was it Loot? Ah, okay, that makes
Luke.
way more sense.
No, it's Luke.
Yeah, I
It's
was like,
Luke's
what?
box. Have you not had one either, Sean?
I have not had one. I'm not expecting one.
Well, someone said all the editors were going to get one, and I got really excited when I got promoted. And there was
I think-
no loot box.
I think all the editors had one back when there were 2 editors.
Oh, right.
Right. Way back in the day.
I would like a loot box. Wherever you are, I would like one, please.
So that was your show and tell?
Oh, no, there's a second one, and this is why you're going to feel like an asshole. Because I've also been plumbing the GP archives, and I found a certain book. And it's been helping me while away the horrible training hours at work, and it's a lovely book called Dust and Sand by
Oh,
Mr.
wow.
Sean Wallace. And I've been reading and enjoying it. You can find it. I think all of it, well, up to chapter 35. So I don't know if that's the whole thing.
That's everything.
That's everything. So yeah, I'm only on chapter 3, but it's really well written. He sort of cover your ears. I'm going to praise you because you're an asshole. But yeah, it's really well written, and he's pulled out his earphones. It's awful. Don't listen. No, it's really good. It's genuinely very good. He's sort of completely captured. It's kind of like set in the Old West, and I think there's a bit of magic involved, but I'm not that far into it yet. But it's perfect. It's really well written. So all of you, and it's free as well. So
Yeah.
you've got no reason not to.
So there's the free serialized version on the Geek Pride website. I've also collated, because there's a couple of things that I changed for the final edition. If you want, I can send you a copy of the final edition as well.
Yeah, cool. If you send it to me on a Word document, that'd be great, because then I
Yeah.
can sort of catch up. Because yeah, but I've been doing a lot of. I have a new job, ladies and gentlemen, and I've been doing a lot of training
Me
this
too.
week.
Me too.
And congratulations, sir.
Thank
Yeah,
you. You too.
congratulations to you
But
both.
in between the hours and hours of training have been like 2-hour sections where training managers off, and because I'm not trained on anything else, it's a call center. I can't take calls, so I'm just sat there like.
Me too.
And I can't
Me
go on
too.
social networking, so I go on Geek Pride because they know that I'm a writer and editor. And I was like, yeah, I'm just doing some work on Geek Pride while I wait. Is that okay, guys? And they're like, yeah, not a problem. But what I'm actually doing is just I'm editing Sean's story. I'm not. I'm just reading. It's pretty sneaky, but I really hope they're not listening.
They're listening.
But yeah, it's awesome, and you guys should all read it.
Well, thank
Anyway,
you.
arsehole.
Yes,
That's my show and pride done.
yes, yeah. That was my first contribution to the Geek Pride website. Serialised that over the course of 35 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of work went into that one. In fact, no, it's a bit more than 35 weeks. Good to have 1 week off. Yeah, it's still available on Geek Pride. It's mostly collated, but there's a couple of changes. I'm actually seeking, and I don't want to go completely about myself, but I'm actually seeking publication with Dust and Sand at the moment. So
Get on it.
Yeah,
And while you're at it, get me a loot box.
Yeah,
your loot
give
box.
us all loot boxes.
So yes, if anyone is interested in reading Dust and Sand, so if you search like Geek Pride Dust and Sand, it
Have you
comes
thought
up.
about, have you thought about putting it on Kindle, Sean?
Guys,
I can get it.
it's on. If you go to the Geek Pride site, I'm looking on it now. On one of the bars, it says Geek Fiction. If you click, it's the
Yes.
second one down by Sean Wallace, Dust and Sand. So just click
Um,
that, and it's all there.
If anybody like with my, right, I'll say this after. Doesn't matter. Right, I'll say that right after the podcast. Okay.
Tell me off. Now.
Right, Brittany. No, I'm not going to tell you off. No worries. Brittany, you have the final show and tell, I believe.
I do, and it's kind of old, but so a couple of years ago I got robbed, and they took
Oh.
Yeah,
my
that's old. That's old news. Come on,
Yeah,
new news.
well,
Get over it.
well, I tried to get over it, but what they took was the hard drive to my Xbox. They didn't take the Xbox, but they took the hard drive.
Lame.
And, yeah, I know, right?
Oh.
They took all my games. They took all my
Lame.
DVDs. They took
Lame.
everything.
Make
So
it lame.
it was completely lame. I was so pissed off and made the police report and everything. Harry's got fire. And so I'm over at GameStop the other night, and I'm just kind of perusing through their 2 for $10 bin because they discount all their games after a little while. And I happened to find 2 of my favorite games ever for less than $3, which was a complete
Excellent.
insult. It was a total insult, but at the same time, I was like, score. So they're all like right behind me, underneath the American football that's playing right now. And
American
but I ended
soccer.
up getting Bioshock series back and my Fallout series back. So
So not only has this jock invaded your house, he's now using your TV to watch American football. Should have a word, Brittany, really.
That word should be help.
Hates us.
Oh, she's
I
laughing.
lagged
She's
out.
gone. She's
I'm back.
she lagged out. I was expecting you
I
to
did.
duplicate yourself again. You mitosis.
I almost-
Kind of, you, Brittany.
I almost did. Yeah, it almost happened because my computer makes me do it every once in a while when I lag out. So I almost had to clone myself.
Oh dear.
But yeah, this is not going well for me.
Oh. Well, at least you got
I
new
feel
versions
like-
of your old games again.
And if
I
you're out
did.
there, if you're out there, person who stole Brittany's hard drive
And my book.
and Mike's book, by the way, give
And my
these things
innocence.
back. and
And the
Harry's
person
innocence.
who ran. And the
It's all
person
the
who ran
same
into
guy.
me.
And the guy, it's the same guy. Maybe there's just like an assassin trying to get all the Geek Pride people.
In
Yeah.
the weirdest.
Geek assassin.
The Jock assassin.
Yeah. Brittany's in your house now. Take away his nachos, that's his source of power.
Oh, she's mitosis again.
She's done it. She's done it.
I successfully cloned myself again.
Yes.
Maybe she's doing it to overcome him.
Yeah, that would make sense. It's like, is it Multiplication Man, the comic book character who does
Yes.
that?
Yeah. Copies himself. Multiple man.
Multiple.
Multiple Man.
Yeah, he
He
was
should have
in
just called himself Men.
Men. Yeah, that's actually brilliant. Yes.
Legion.
Wow, I can't believe I have to do this all over again. There we go.
Right, so that is the news, and we've also done some show and tell. We're going to end with some final random conversations. Is there anything everybody wanted to discuss with the audience and the members of the podcast? Apart from perhaps the psychosis that has affected Harry, that is making him wrap his face in his headband.
Yes.
You can't leave well enough alone, can you, young man? You'll sit still. I'm the one with ADHD, and you're the one that can't sit still.
I can't.
Walking
Like,
around. Lovely conversation, and you're like, look at my house. Look at my house. Yes.
I will not be encumbered by a desktop computer. I will walk freely. If I choose to, I will go to the toilet, sit down, and mute myself mid-conversation. So
That sounds quite rude, muting yourself in the toilet.
Yeah. Or that he's playing a trumpet. He's for a very noir poop. You just like.
I've been on the toilet for 3 days now.
I thought of her and her hair and the way the wind blew.
the goddess.
She was the devil in a teacup.
It's still winter in the city.
Coming out of my ass like the wind from Chicago.
We need to pick a day sometime at the end of this year called Geek Pride Noir Day, where everything we write and say sounds like it's coming from Film Noir. So all the status updates have to be like ridiculously wordy with a sort of bleak poetry to them. That would make my heart smile.
I did a film noir last summer, a comedy film noir. Yeah, I believe I posted it on the Geek Pride site, but if not, I can post it again.
It was posted on the Geek Pride site when you joined as a writer.
That would be awesome. Yeah, show me that.
I
love noir.
And if we do a podcast, we should do it in black and white.
Yes, we should. And
Yes.
I will wear a hat and a noir coat. Yes, let's have a noir podcast, because in a couple of weeks,
Yes.
we're doing a villains podcast, which is going to be hosted by me, and I'm going to be really scared, and sort of telling the host what to do is going to be really strange. But it's going to be fun for Halloween, and I think after that, maybe in November Noir. Noir. And then we'll have a Christmas one in December, and beautiful.
Yeah.
See, but we're all ready for November. We're doing Doctor Who, so we got
Doctor Who month in
Oh
November.
shit! Yeah, you're right. Okay, we
Doctor
can't
Who
do
is
noir.
November.
What about, hey Mike, what about a Noir New Year?
Noir New Year. Yes.
I like that.
Noir year.
This is why you're in the line for my man crush, because you have a beautiful mind.
I have a beautiful mind. I'm slightly retarded and good at maths.
And not like the film.
Although I am.
To be fair, the shoe fits.
Okay, yeah, I'll wear that shoe.
Or helmet in his case.
I'll wear a helmet. I might need one.
I think you're always
Oh,
going to
I'm
need a
lagging out
helmet when
again.
Mike's around.
I don't know what that means.
Don't talk about Mike and helmets in the same sentence.
Well, cheeky.
Little person.
Oh, bloody hell, really wallying there.
Yeah.
Did you
Sounds like
just
a
come
cool
back
bit
from the
of
time
fun.
stream?
Why?
Yeah, lag out.
That's the sound of someone
Anything-
returning from the time stream. We're all actually Time Lords.
Everybody sounds like Wally to me. Yes. If you guys didn't know that.
So that means that it's Brittany who's actually in the time vortex then, and we're all in normal time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shame.
Shit, son.
Hawaii is the time vortex.
Let me just hop in my TARDIS over here.
Yeah.
Actually,
If you have a TARDIS, why the hell didn't you come
there's
to
so
the
many
calendar
things that
shoot?
go with that.
Yeah.
She was too busy saving the universe.
Well, I tried. Well, no, I tried, but I ended up in landed in 1963 instead.
Oh, guys,
You know, but I can't quite steer my TARDIS.
With the
we're all
Daleks
here.
invasion.
We're all here, and we're talking about Doctor Who. Why don't we all find out our Doctor Who names, our Doctor names, Time Lord names? That's the one I'm looking for.
Okay.
It's the occupation of one of your parents. That's your name. Whatever is nearest to your left hand is your sonic device, and your catchphrase is the last text message you sent.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
So
my
I'm the...
name would.
Sorry. Go on,
Yeah, I was going to say, I am retired, the Sonic Pipe, and
Nice.
call you in 20 minutes.
I am the soldier with
Ooh.
the sonic microphone, and my the last text message I sent is, haha, you should take some knitting next time, really fuck with their heads. Smiley.
That's awesome. Christina?
I think I did this already on our page, but I'll
Yeah.
change it for now. It's like this. Retired. Microphone. Sonic microphone. And my last text message was, you still owe me Romanian money.
That could be quite sinister. You just kind of bellowed that.
You owe me
before.
Romanian money.
It didn't say Romanian money. But
Oh, we know. But it makes
You
it-
could
it
be,
makes
you
it
could be like taking
miles
off.
better.
You could be taking off in the TARDIS, and the Daleks are firing at, you, and you're like, "You still owe me Romanian money." Close the door.
Credits.
Yeah.
This is why I'm killing them all.
Mine is. Oh, sorry. Brittany.
Sorry.
Oh,
Brittany.
me. Okay. Well, I follow in my mother's footsteps, so I would be the author. I have a sonic jock, and
I don't know
My-
what
Oh,
you're
that's
doing
got
with your left
horrifying.
hand.
Yeah, that's got horrifying implications.
I know, right? Doesn't it? And my catchphrase would be, "We need milk, and some sort of vegetable."
Hello.
Now we definitely know what she's doing with the job.
Yeah, but you just can't, what, are you like gently cupping him off screen or something?
I'm petting him.
Who's a good job? Is that what you do to calm him down when he gets royal?
I can't get I can't get it. There we go. See, petting.
Ah. She's touching the. She's not touching the head we feared.
Nope. I wouldn't show that.
Michael?
Damn. I am the butcher.
Ooh.
I have a sonic microphone, I guess, and my last text message was, "Fucking late, 500 years dungeon." Because I was picking my girlfriend up from work, and if none of you know what Adventure Time is, then it's really embarrassing. But if you know what Adventure Time is, there's a character called Lemon Grab, and yeah, he basically just goes unacceptable and sends people and he sends people to the dungeon for massive amounts of time. So I just sent her a text in caps going, "Fucking late, 500 years dungeon." So yeah, I guess that would be my. Which kind of works with the butcher, I guess. I'm just a little bit like, ah!
Yeah. And
That's
finally,
scary.
Richard.
I'd be the teacher, and I have a sonic smartphone, and my catchphrase was "No problemos." Is no problemos.
Oh, that's pretty good.
There you go. Yeah.
Probably the best one.
Probably the best one. I would agree.
Probably. Yes.
No
The
problem.
teacher and the butcher, their adventures in space. I like it. It would be
And
totally,
time.
it
Of
would
course
be
you
totally,
would.
It'd totally be good cop, bad cop, wouldn't it? It'd be. Oh.
God, I could see it. I could see
Run
it
away with
happening
me.
in your mind. Just kind of, as you looked up, I could see that you were imagining the credits, you were imagining the opening sequence.
Yeah.
It's all there, written
be-
across your face.
Yeah. Field.
What
I'm
would our
imagining
TARDIS look like?
the Theron. I'm thinking
I don't want to say.
it'd be like a Kryptonian TARDIS. So the weird.
Okay.
Kryptonian TARDIS.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about in Man of Steel? You're going to prison, we're going to trap you in giant dildos and send you to the moon. What?
Right.
Yeah, let's not start that now.
I literally said that in the cinema
Right.
as well. I was like, what? And everyone like, everyone's like, shut up, Mike, shut up. I'm like, that looks like a dildo.
Yeah. It was being sent up to Cox in space. It was ridiculous.
When
Come on, Mike, let's say something bad about The Dark Knight Rises and continue.
Oh, of course. Of course.
bashing those two films every time we're on the podcast.
I think
Right.
I think the next podcast should be just us shouting at each other, and then that's how it fades out. It's just like, see, you don't understand because he was up against the world, and you don't know. Yeah, but Mike, all the cops underground, that doesn't really work. But you don't understand because they were just loyal to Gordon, and then it would just go on, and then just fades out.
But Dark Knight Rises was really rubbish, right?
Yeah,
Shut your mouth.
It was.
it was awful.
We should
And
do
there's-
our
What the
own.
fuck is
Mike, we
no?
should do our own film commentary.
We should. That would be epic.
Why not?
We actually
Like
should.
Mystery Science Theatre.
Yeah, like I was just saying.
We should do. Well, I mean, where do
That'd
you
be
live?
awesome.
How far away from me do you live?
Me?
Not you. I know where you live.
I love you.
I'm in Norwich.
Norwich. How far is that? Miles?
Norfolk.
You know,
I don't
Not
know.
far, mate. It's not far at all.
Oh, okay. Is this a
No, it's not
Richie?
that
It's not far.
Could
Let's
make
go
it
to
a couple
Manchester.
hours.
It's only 4 hours away.
It's not far.
Okay,
It's
well,
not
I mean,
far.
That's
it's
all.
not far. You don't know. You don't know.
It
Yeah,
isn't
but
I
the
far.
don't.
British do have a really skewed. The British do have a really skewed idea of like
Some
how far it
British.
is because we've got such a tiny country.
Yeah.
It's like you go.
I live on an island.
Yeah, I know. But,
Yeah, so do we.
but
Yeah.
like in America, people will travel people will travel for 4 hours just to go to a mall. You know, whereas we're like an hour and a half to London. Are you mental?
I've got stuff to
I think
do.
the thing
Yeah,
for
really
America
weird
though,
perspective.
Well, 4 hours.
America though has straight roads. That helps. America's
We've got
straight
one too.
roads.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
We've
we
got
have
a straight
one
road.
straight
We've got
road. One.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called Hadrian's Wall.
Yeah.
It's
Everything
literally
else-
like the Romans turned up and they went, "What you want, right, is straight roads."
We had straight roads before the Romans. Let's not get into this.
Right. Well, I was trying to make a joke, but
Go on then. Crack
well,
on,
I'm just
funny
saying
man.
that they were.
Don't
you know,
make
the Romans.
an anachronistic joke. Just don't.
Gosh. You know when we were fighting the dinosaurs when we were all cavemen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With lightsabers
Yeah, obviously. Because it was a long time ago.
in a galaxy far away.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we
Then
came
we-
here on asteroids. And then
Yeah.
the dinosaurs died.
Because
and then
of-
we started writing the Bible.
Because
It
of
was
midichlorians.
midichlorians that
Yeah.
midichlorians killed the dinosaurs.
I'm putting that up as a Facebook status right now on the Geek Pride.
That should be the title of the podcast.
Midichlorians killed the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I've just gone
Yeah.
midichlorians.
You don't ever.
Right? I don't think they ever figured that one out.
Gets
I
instantly
think-
censored.
It's actually MIDICHLORIANS. Midi
Way to go, Sean.
Yeah, like chlorine in the pool.
Yeah, like chlorine in the pool, but like MIDI ones of them that are alive. Yeah, to finish Mike's joke, essentially every road in Britain was forged by a lazy horse, as we just set cement down over the rough
That's not what I meant.
patches of That's basically what you were going to say.
Oh, I was
They're
just going
all-
to say that we remade them just because we were being recalcitrant.
Yeah.
But yours is better, thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
We just set down the cement.
I
It's appalling.
learned a very interesting fact about roads and the fact that how
Did you?
the Romans.
Yeah, that's a very interesting fact about roads.
I learned a very interesting fact about roads, and that is
Yeah.
that the reason that a road is as wide as it is, and the reason that cars are as wide as they are, it's apparently the size of two horses' arses, which is what the Romans used on the roads, and they haven't changed it since the days of ancient Rome. So there you go. Still having an effect on us today with their horses' arses.
I think that's possibly nonsense, but a lovely story.
It's true.
It's true.
They
Because he
said it.
points with his
He
pipe,
has a
it's
pipe.
true.
I'll tell you
He has a
something.
pipe, he knows.
I'll tell you something.
Whoa,
Show
whoa,
you
guys,
the road.
guys, hang on a second,
Facebook.
right? Because Laura Swainston is listening to the podcast right now, and she's just said The Dark Knight Returns was shit.
It is!
Oh!
Watch your mouth.
What?
You are a liar and a fraud.
Like,
The
she
Dark
just
Knight
said this on
Returns.
multiple occasions. That isn't
that-
news.
Is this the slanderous lie for the week?
Oh, that's what she's doing. Very
I
clever.
don't know if it's a lie though.
No. That's
Okay.
yeah, that's right. It's a slanderous lie. She's a genius. You're a comic genius. Well done.
Yeah.
We are approaching
The
the end
Dark
of the
Knight
podcast.
Returns was shit. Very
So
good.
that, I
Clever.
think Jack can be our slanderous.
Yes, that can
slanderous.
definitely be our slanderous, as in not true, lie, as in not true.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for listening. I've been Sean Wallace.
I've been Brittany.
I've been Christina. Still am.
I've been Harry Dyer.
I have been Mike Orvis.
I will continue being Richie Yanukovych.
Thank you for listening, everyone.
Bye.